What is up, Home Slice? Lucas here. So I don't know about you, but when I first heard about turkesterone and did the brief rundown on what it was, to me, it seemed like a natural, secret, ancient, highly anabolic substance that one could take and make insane gains with while still maintaining their natty status. But is it really all that? Well, I've been taking turkesterone every day now for over 60 days. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what I learned, what I experienced, and my results. But you gotta focus. So first of all, some quick background on turkesterone and some interesting things I found out that you might want to hear about this substance. So it actually turns out turkesterone is a steroid. And when looking into this, it appears to be in the class of ecdysteroids. Now these ecdysteroids are said to be responsible for multiple anabolic functions in plants and insects. However, where all the fuss comes in, when you take a look at these ecdysteroids, specifically turkesterone, and you look at the molecular structure compared to testosterone, like human testosterone, well, apparently they look very similar. But honestly, in my opinion, it just looks like there's a lot more going on with turkesterone, in the picture at least. But apparently, according to the scientists, the internet scientists out there, these compounds look very similar. So then therefore, when supplementing with turkesterone, could it act like supplementing with testosterone since they seem, apparently, similar? So this idea is what I believed stemmed the seed to blow up turkesterone in popularity a couple of years ago. Anyways, what I'm saying in summary is that people believe that maybe turkesterone would act like taking testosterone. But does it? What do the studies say? Looking at a variety of studies, it's all over the place. However, I did come across this one study and it makes you feel like, ooh, this is something special here. Their conclusion, to clarify, in sports, ecdysterone should be considered to be included in the class S1.2 other anabolic agents of the list of prohibited substances of the World Anti-Doping Agency. So according to this article, they believe ecdysteroids should be included on the banned substance list. And to all the natties out there, they're like, this must mean it works way too good. I better take this before it gets banned and then it's considered not natty anymore, because I guess that's a criteria for something being considered not natty. Man, I could get into the whole natty, not natty thing. I've been down that rabbit hole, like where's the line drawn, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this article is saying that ecdysteroids should be added to the banned substance list, suggesting that they might work too well for sports performance. Now, I also did come across some rodent studies showing that ecdysteroids had a significant anabolic effect on the rodents, on their, I think, soleus muscle, and also the rodent grip strength. And I'm thinking, like, how'd they test that? They make like a micro Captain's of Crush and they're like, yo, squeeze this thing. No, probably not. Probably some kind of climbing thing or something like that. It seems like certain studies indicate that it's super anabolic to rodents. Anyways, back to the plants and the insects. So the reason turkesterone and these ecdysteroids are in these plants and insects and they work in these plants and insects is because these plants and insects have the right receptors for turkesterone to interact with, for it to create an effect, right? However, in mammals, specifically humans, it doesn't appear like we have those same receptors. So based on my understanding, therefore, our body isn't gonna utilize it like it would testosterone. It's not gonna work on the same receptors as testosterone because it is different. What the heck then? Okay, hold up. So it might not act like testosterone in the human body, but it still might do something in the human body that can lead to some anabolic effects, as well as some other benefits that I found out that I thought were pretty intriguing. So there are a few ways turkesterone might still act in the human body to create an anabolic effect. One, ecdysteroids could enhance protein synthesis in humans through the G protein coupled receptor. And that's all I got for that one. Don't know how to explain that further, I guess. But the one that really caught my eye and the one that I believe is going to be responsible for all the potential benefits regarding this herbal supplement is turkesterone might help activate estrogen receptor B. Now, when I heard this, I was like, estrogen. But apparently by activating estrogen receptor B, it can promote cardiovascular health, as well as promote bone, ligament, and joint growth and health. And to me, even if there was no muscle anabolic effect, just hearing that, I was like, wow, bone, ligament, and joints. Like, those are useful parts of the human body. Now, also apparently when estrogen receptor B is activated, it downregulates the activation of estrogen receptor A. And estrogen receptor A is apparently that one that is responsible for all the negative effects that males are trying to stay away from. So what I'm trying to say, to my understanding, in theory from what I read and watched, by upregulating estrogen receptor B, it will downregulate estrogen receptor A, therefore potentially increasing or promoting cardiovascular health, promoting bone, joint, and ligament health, while at the same time decreasing those negative side effects as well as decreasing the suppression of testosterone. So potentially an indirect loop at maybe increasing testosterone, but also those other health benefits I talked about, which I didn't even think about when thinking about turkesterone. I thought if anything, if you're taking some kind of anabolic steroid, even if it's like a natural plant-based anabolic steroid or whatever, it would have a negative impact on heart health and joint health, because you hear about all of these synthetic anabolic steroids being taken and it's like, my heart, yeah, I can feel my heart beat in my head, and my quad detached last Thursday, but stronger on one leg than ever. So sorry for that whole entire rabbit hole I went down on what turkesterone is and how it might work in the human body. If you're interested, I highly suggest watching Nutrition Library's video on this. I actually watched that and I got a lot of my information from there, so I got to give a shout out to that guy. Seems like a very smart dude, and honestly pretty clear and straightforward breakdown of all the stuff, so I'll leave a link to his video in the description. Anyways, it is time for me to share with you my experience on turkesterone, taking it now for over 60 days. Did I experience any of these benefits? Maybe. So first of all, believe me or not, I actually did it again. Just like Tongkat Ali, when I started this turkesterone experiment, it actually wasn't 100% on purpose, and it actually just came to me. The Lord presented me with turkesterone and I took it. No, but actually what happened, and this is a stupid story, I'm sorry if you don't want to hear this, but what happened was I was browsing iHerb late at night and I was looking for supplements and I came across turkesterone and I'm like, oh, that looks cool, I want to save it for later, and I added it to my cart. Then several weeks later, when I actually wanted to purchase an order on iHerb, I believe I bought some astaxanthin. Anyways, when I got my order, I'm like, well, what's this? Got a little bonus in this order box right here. They sent me a little bonus something. Like, I did not order this. They sent me this. Turkesterone. So at first I thought, wow, did they just send me a free bottle of turkesterone for me to try out? But when I went back and I looked at my order, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why it was so expensive. It's because I actually never removed that from my cart. Anyways, here it was, presented to me in my hand, turkesterone. I figured it was a sign and I should give it a try. So I did. Now, turkesterone primarily being an insect or plant steroid, where is it derived from? Well, based on my research in most turkesterone supplements, turkesterone is derived from the plant Ajuga turkestantia. Hope I am pronouncing that right, probably butchering it. Anyways, it's like a purple flowering plant. And well, this one right here, apparently it says 10% turkesterone from Ajuga turkestantia extract. Now, when I started my first dose of this, I didn't do all this research yet, and my preconceived notions of this product, of turkesterone, would be that I would feel amped right away. Basically anabolic as heck, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? However, I opened the bottle, I took my first dose, took my second dose the second day, third the third, fourth the fourth, days 1 through 10. I didn't feel anything. Not an up, not a down, nothing. I was just taking an extra pill every morning. That's what I felt like. So I'm on day 10 of taking turkesterone, and I've got to be honest, over the last week, the workouts I've had haven't been that good. But then again, I've also been kind of just having stress outside of the gym, so I think that's kind of playing over into my workouts. So yeah, there were some other factors going on at the time that might have been affecting my mood and thus energy levels, taxes. So yeah, I know I shouldn't let something like that get me down, but it was kind of getting me down, and it was around the time I was within my first half of taking turkesterone. Anyways, I didn't feel a huge correlation that this was actually making me feel bad, and I decided just to keep taking this for the next several days. Now, a little bit after day 20, I was reading these ingredients, and well, I see the Ajuga turkestantia extract, but then I also see two other ingredients as well, phosphatidylcholine and proloquinolene quinine, PQQ or whatever. And that's in a proprietary blend of 800 milligrams, so it doesn't actually say how much turkesterone is in here. Now, those other two ingredients, they might work in synergy with turkesterone to enhance the effects. I have no idea. I don't know what the idea is behind this proprietary blend. All I know is that I kind of wanted to just isolate turkesterone and see how I feel with that supplement rather than getting into some proprietary blend, whether the blend is better or not. So after smartening up and reading the ingredient label, after finding that out, I decided to search for a supplement that was just turkesterone and didn't have anything else so that I could isolate turkesterone to see if that is what is affecting me or not. So that is where I came across this supplement by Primaforce, where the active ingredient is turkesterone 10%, 600 milligrams though, and all the other ingredients just seem to be capsule related. And lo and behold, after a couple of days of taking this one, that is where I started to notice something might be happening. A couple of interesting anecdotes based on my experience that I think may be related to this. First of all of a sudden it seemed like my cardiovascular endurance and stamina it seemed like it was increased. So currently I've been doing 2 plyometric / more intense cardio days a week. So not like long distance running, but more like sprints, explosive jumping, sled pushing, etc. And all of a sudden, after a few days of taking this, it seemed like my intensity stayed high throughout my workouts regarding these explosive plyometric movements, as well as this like short burst, like anaerobic cardio essentially. I just felt like I had great stamina. Is it the Turk, or am I just having a good day? I don't know. And that just makes me wonder, based on that whole estrogen receptor B theory we talked about, does this have something to do with that improved cardiovascular fitness? Also, something I do have to note, with all of this increase in explosive training, right, these plyometric jumps, sprints, etc., I have not aggravated any of my old injuries to a point where it's like critical. Now, those old injuries I'm talking about, for instance, like the wrist, the shoulder, the back, the knee, the neck, everywhere basically. Well, they all seem to be like joint or ligament related. And remember when we talked about that whole estrogen B receptor theory thing on how upregulating that might promote bone, joint, and ligament health? Well, could there be something that's correlating this to me not aggravating my old injuries? I mean, with all this explosive activity, it's like, I'm knocking on wood that something ain't gonna happen. Oh my gosh. But for real, maybe there is something going on here regarding that. Now, something else I've been noticing recently, especially after these intense workout days, I've been waking up in the morning pretty darn sore. Like, oh my gosh, yeah. However, after walking around for a little bit, it seems like that soreness is going away way more than it would have normally. So I woke up this morning so sore from the workout I had the previous couple of days. However, after being awake for about 2 hours, I'm so much significantly less sore. It's like I could work out again at almost that intensity that I have been for the past couple of days. You know, like typically after you have an intense workout, you might wake up super sore. You know, you kind of walk around, you move a little bit, you're less sore throughout the day. But I'm talking like way less sore, like perhaps ready to work out again. In fact, there's been a few days where I've been like, dude, I could totally do another workout, but I had to like stop myself and be like, dude, is that actually a smart thing to do? You know what I'm saying? Maybe just wait another day. And then when I do wait another day, it's like I'm super fresh after waking up and like kind of warming up into the day. Dude, like I felt so sore after the last training session. I'm like, oh my gosh. But once I got warmed up today, like I went again, and now I think I'm gonna be really sore again. Is the Turk making me go above and beyond? It kind of feels that way. I don't know. Or is it just the weather and like, I don't know, my diet's been really good too, so I don't know, guys. Now, what about strength or muscle hypertrophy, growth, etc.? Did I experience any profound, like just all of a sudden more anabolic than ever? To be honest, so far in this experiment, a little over 60 days in now, I haven't noticed an increase in muscle mass or even strength. In fact, I've actually been getting weaker since I started taking this. Not as strong as I was. But I must have you know that ever since I did start this, I've also been in a slight cutting phase. My weight has actually come down since I started taking this. I've been decreasing my caloric intake over a weekly basis, and while I've been losing weight and perhaps losing some muscle and some strength, along with hopefully mostly fat. But with that being said, kind of what I was hoping for is that this would help me maintain, if not increase, my strength as I have been slimming down for the summer. Now, with that being said, looking at a side-by-side of me when I started Turkesterone compared to me now, I obviously do look leaner, and in my opinion, it does look like I retained some size in my arms, which is a problem spot for me. I'm very skinny looking in the arms from the front view, and I kind of always have been trying to do things to make them wider. I've learned a few exercise techniques over the years that have helped. They used to be skinnier, if you can believe that. But yeah, it does look like I've retained size in my arms, which is a thumbs up to me. You know, strength's down a little bit, but it's retaining in those areas that I wanted it to retain. Now, obviously, I still have some summer slimming to do if I want to get to that lean level, but is that size retention due to turkesterone or not, or just due to my training and eating quality foods, etc.? It's like, I don't know, I can't say for certain. I guess what I'm trying to say is I haven't noticed any profound benefits regarding strength or muscle size, etc. when taking turkesterone. Now, one weird effect that I've noticed that might just be a lighting illusion, but hey, might be something here, is it looks like my skin has been looking, under certain lighting, like more anabolic skin. What am I talking about? You know that like sheen that people kind of get when they're on like legit anabolics? I'm talking like the synthetic stuff. Like I've noticed in certain light, under certain light, it appears like some of my skin is kind of looking like that. Like on my back and my shoulders. However, that just could be the certain lighting, sweating, I don't even know. But yeah, that could just be the way things are with or without this. I don't know, but it's like I noticed that all of a sudden when I was looking at some video I was taking. I'm like, whoa, bro, what the heck? But yeah, anabolic looking skin, I don't know, maybe not. Interesting observation. Now, one thing you should know that I should have known when I purchased this turkesterone supplement by Primaforce right here. If you read where turkesterone is derived from, in this supplement, it's Ajuga ciliata. So not Ajuga turkestantia. Well, they both say they have a 10% turkesterone extract. My question is, do these two types of Ajugas have a different ratio of other ecdysterones or ecdysteroids? I mean, I don't know, I'm just thinking. Now, benefits regarding sleep, stress levels, etc. I can't say anything there. Mental clarity, like being able to focus better, I can't say I've experienced anything profound there as well. Now, what about negative side effects? Have I experienced any negative side effects from taking this product? Fortunately, no. I haven't noticed any negative side effects whatsoever. I haven't noticed my hair might be falling out more than normal, like I might have suspected when taking Tonkat Ali for a long time, or I haven't noticed any creaky joints. In fact, like I just mentioned, my joints feel perhaps better. I haven't noticed like lethargy or just like feeling agitated or irritated. I just really haven't noticed any negative side effects whatsoever. And also a side note, when looking into these studies, it does seem that turkesterone is actually pretty non-toxic. Like it doesn't seem like it's super toxic or anything like that, like one might expect when, you know, looking at like something like a pro-hormone perhaps. But I mean, who knows, at the end of the day, people react to different things differently, and this might be toxic to somebody, or it might cause an allergic reaction in somebody, I don't know. Anyways, that leads me to right now, right here. Will I continue to use turkesterone going forward based on my experience so far? I think I will. Mainly due to the potential cardiovascular benefits as well as the potential joint and ligament benefits through that theory of the estrogen receptor B. Now, with that being said, I'm thinking, should I cycle on and off this, and like how long should I do that? I'm asking you guys, what do you guys think about that? Also, do you have any suggestions for any of the other ecdysteroids? Like there's this one, it's like 20-hydroxy ecdy something something something. And I saw some potential benefits in some reviews with that, and I was wondering what your thoughts are on that, combining that with Turk. What do you guys think about this whole entire ecdysteroid thing? Is it even worth it? Am I just wasting my money, wasting my time, just putting this nonsense in my body? Please let me know your opinions. Also, at the end of the day, I do have to say the best herbal supplement I've ever taken so far that has given me the best effects that I have noticed on and off again when I take it, when I don't take it, Tonkat Ali. I'm sorry, it is still, in my opinion, the Mac Daddy of herbals. And yes, I was taking this alongside of turkesterone, doing my 4 days on, 3 days off of Tonkat, but I was taking it before during Turk, so anything I felt like I noticed with Turk felt like it was an addition to this. However, just a couple of days ago, I decided to cycle off Tonkat for an entire month. I figured, you know, I've been doing 4 days on, 3 days off for several months now, and maybe I just need a reset on that. But I'm still gonna take turkesterone. I know I'm all over the place here, just trying to explain to you what's going on. With that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was a little bit all over the place. I do my best to isolate the effects that I believe I am feeling from these specific supplements. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, turn those notifications on. More experiments coming out, more videos coming out. Peace. I will see you all in the next video.